What's going on, everybody? Damn, that was loud. Welcome back to another edition of the INSOMNIACS Podcast. This is your host, Nova, joined by my lovely co-host, CoolHandCruz. And, go ahead. Yeah, you see what I'm trying to do. And C-Dolla sign. What up, C-Dolla? How you doing? Really? All right. Anyways, welcome back, guys. We are here back at you. Hopefully y'all can hear us good. Yeah, we had to start the show late. Came back from work late. Y'all don't give a fuck. The point is, we had to delay the show an hour, but thanks for those who are tuning in live right now. We had a pretty contentious before the show debate where I had to stop Cool Hand and tell him, yo, save it for the damn show. You leaking out content for freeze right now. We don't need to do all that. So we are back at it with another week. Got a lot of topics for y'all to cover. But just to do some housekeeping, Cool Hand, how are you doing, sir? All right, we're still waiting on another CoolHandCruz stream. We haven't seen one in over 2 months. All right, y'all heard that right here, live on air. We got to keep this man accountable, right? You know what I'm saying? Part of the process. And Dollar Sign, what about Dollar Sign? What you been up to, man? What's going on with you? Last night, Dollar Sign tells me, he's like, I'm gonna beat Returnal tonight. It's going down. Posting the trophy. Did not happen. Are you talking about Christian from work? That dude he's a fucking trip. No, Anyways, again, glad to be back. Let's just fucking jump right into it. Well, you know what? Since it was the spiciest topic before the show, let's just get into Ghost of Tsushima's director's cut. I got some things to say about this. Nah. You brought the smoke up. Now smoke. Nah. We'll do that later. But yeah, let's talk about Ghost of Tsushima director's cut. So, hold on. Can we first tell the people what is included with this? All right. As y'all can tell, I'm about to put Cool Hand in a body bag on this conversation. But before we go, you know what? I want to hear a more neutral party go first. So, Dollar Sign, please give us some insight on Ghost of Tsushima director's cut before I put this man in a body bag. And people are like, okay. Hold on real quick. I don't know how well you're being heard right now. For some reason, I don't see your audio going up. If anyone's watching the chat, could you please let us know if you hear any audio issues? You guys are fucking assholes. All right, now I'm starting to hear myself. All right, you should be good now. You know it's not
Hello?
Insomniacs podcast without having a couple.
Honestly, bro, it sounds like you're talking to yourself. That's what it sounds like. I just listened to the first 30
Okay.
minutes.
Okay. Now we're good. Say
Now
something.
we're good.
Okay. Apologies, and a big special warm fuck you to CoolHandCruz. But that's my homie. Y'all know I love him. I just want to choke him sometimes. Okay, so
Fix the video because they can see the border right now on the thing.
all right, it's fixed. All right. So to get back into it, sorry guys, you might have missed Cool Hand and dollar signs intro. All good. Screw those guys anyway.
Dollar sign.
But
There's no R. Do you see? There's no R in my name.
Yeah, tell them it's Dalala.
It's Dollar. It's not. Do you say Ty Dollar sign? Like, yeah, I'm listening to Ty Dollar sign.
Yo, spicy.
All right, C-Dolla sign. I don't know what it is, but I think today, all the insomniacs need to get in a room and just fucking fist it out.
He's like,
Pause.
yo,
Triple pause.
Whoa, pause.
But like,
are we talking about like Microsoft Fist?
oh man, we'll get into that. That's a fun story. But seriously, dollar sign. Let's tell us about the director's cut, and just before I put Cool Hand in a body bag.
Man, you can't kill what's unkillable, homie.
Yeah, so there's two parts of it, right? There's the PS5 upgrade, and there's the expansion. If you just want the director's cut without the PS5 upgrade, it's $20, and that gives you the whole new world.
Okay.
But if you want the PS5 version, that's you have to get the expansion plus the PS5 upgrade, which is an extra $10, and that gives you dynamic 4K, haptic feedback, adaptive triggers.
Okay.
Japanese lip sync. And that's it. That's what it gives you for $10.
Glinzer, shout out to you in the chat.
Yo, Glinzer, double dip edition. Yes, bro.
Double dip edition.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get into it.
Listen, we touched on this before, right? And you're gonna get your piece at Nova, obviously.
I'm gonna let you go ahead, man.
I don't think honestly.
Oh, yeah, and 3D audio. That's the one thing I forgot.
And that's
3D
cool.
audio.
But what Ghost of Tsushima did, right? They should have just followed what Final Fantasy did, right? I shouldn't have to pay a $10 tax to get the PS5 upgrade when I already bought the game for $60. And
okay.
I wouldn't mind paying $20 for the expansion, but if I have to pay a total of $30, bro, like a $30 tax to put into a game that I already paid $60 for, like what? For what? For what? And how long is the expansion? We don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like at most that DLC, if it's not more than 5 hours, if that DLC is less than 5 hours, that should be $15. That's what it should be.
Okay.
But to get the PS5 upgrade, I shouldn't even have to pay for it. I shouldn't be taxed for a game that I already bought. And it's not, you know what I mean? Like that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm angry about it. I don't understand why I don't even understand why people are getting mad. No, I don't understand why people are getting mad about people getting mad about it. As a customer, as a consumer who already paid for the game, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like that game I should get the upgrade for free and then tax me on, and then okay, I'll pay for the DLC.
But here's the thing, you're not.
Isn't 30? I shouldn't pay $30.
Let me start where we agree.
Go ahead.
Let me start where we agree. So what we do agree on is, like the Final Fantasy VII remake Intergrade.
Yes.
They gave you a free PS5 upgrade, and they gave you Yuffie's DLC for $20. So I agree with. Hold on. Let me finish.
How long is Yuffie's DLC?
It's about 10 hours, I'd assume, right?
Okay.
5-10 hours, something like that.
And that's worth a $20 price point.
From what a lot of people are saying, yes. You play as a new character. You have new content, new story, new summons. It's a new, shorter experience. It adds on to the original. But let me say something. I agree with you on that. I don't agree that Sony should be charging me $10 for a PS5 upgrade, right? And charge me $20 for the DLC. So where I disagree with you, Cool Hand, is Sony's not taxing you first of all, let me just say this.
Go
Tsushima, right? One of the better reviewed games of the last year. No, hold on. Let me talk my shit. I gave you the floor. Let me talk my shit.
If they're making me pay for the upgrade,
listen,
they're tax. That's
no.
a tax, right?
See, you're
$10 tax.
And this is where I'm gonna scrutinize you.
That's a tax, bro.
Hold on.
In the chat, is that a tax or not? I'm trying to get it.
All right, are you done?
Gotta pay a toll. Like,
okay.
Nah,
all right. So let me pop my shit off. So I agree with you on that. I don't want to pay for a PS5 upgrade for textures and all this shit, but we need to be fair here. This is one of the better reviewed games that I just beat about a month ago, and I think it was worth more than $60. That's how much I enjoyed that game. That game sticks out to me, right? I could look back all last generation. Ghost of Tsushima sticks out to me, and I beat it on the PS5. All right, number one, we got free content in terms of a multiplayer mode and a raid for free. Nothing. There was no investment, right? Us as gamers, we like free shit. Okay? But guess what? This game came out a year ago. 3 to 6 months later, they dropped the multiplayer with the raid. Didn't charge us, right? So they went a whole year without charging us for extra free content. Now they're giving us a whole damn DLC, right? A whole new island to explore, possibly new weapons. We know we got new skins. And that's great. $20, right? I didn't have a problem playing $20 for the Yuffie DLC for Final Fantasy, and I haven't played it yet.
Yeah,
now,
so
where I
I'm
disagree,
for the Yuffie DLC, it's 6 hours long.
6 hours long, not even 10 hours long, right?
And then from there, that should be $15. That should be $15.
But
that's it, right there.
But you don't know from someone. We're not in the business, so we can't say, "Hey, I know you guys haven't charged anything extra besides the base game." Maybe that $10 PS5 upgrade is to recoup on paying these damn developers to give you an upgraded game, a PS5 version. It's not free to pay multiple salaries for a great game. This is universally praised by people. It's $10. Now, I don't want to pay it, but for this game, I'm going to fucking pay it with a smile on my face because I want to take advantage of all the new features, using, HDMI 2.1, all that great shit, right? All the new control, the new controller vibrations, the haptic feedback. That's what you're paying $10 for. Now, while I agree, as being a cheap gamer who wants shit for free, I understand.
No, it's not even a cheap gamer. We already went through the rigmarole of the system. I've already bought the game. I shouldn't have to pay a premium on it. I shouldn't have to.
CoolHand, I got a question for you.
Right.
So when you got Miles Morales, did you get the standard or Ultimate Edition?
I got the standard. I didn't get the Ultimate Edition.
Okay, I was about to say, if you got the Ultimate, then that means you paid $20 for a PS5 remaster.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We already are used to playing.
But they did so much with it, right? They upgraded everything.
They changed the character.
Yeah, they changed the character. That alone, right? But and that's more in the sense of if you didn't even own that game. If you didn't own that game, you were basically getting 2 games in one for the price of one game. If you didn't already own it.
How come I don't hear you
that I can get with, right? I paid the $60 for the original Spider-Man 4,
last
right?
year.
I didn't double down and pay, the $60 for Miles Morales, right? I didn't do that. So I got stuck with the PS4 version of Spider-Man, and that's cool. But
that's your choice. You don't have to upgrade for Ghost of Tsushima. You have the option to still have the DLC.
I would like the upgrade, right? For instance, like Final Fantasy, and what
are we doing?
Blizzard said in the chat, didn't Witcher 3 get a free upgrade too? Like, yeah, like don't most games right now have come with free upgrades?
No,
for the PS5?
Most games do not come with free upgrades. Some games come with free upgrades. And you know what?
Upgrades, you just patch it.
Exactly.
It's just a unlocked frame rate patch.
I agree with
that's a PS5, and they'll unlock the frame rate to 60.
I agree with Jay Lit in the chat.
PS5 version.
He says PlayStationers are spoiled. We really are. I don't understand how. Look, Final Fantasy.
How is it spoiled when you don't want to get taxed? I've already spent.
But you're not getting taxed.
already
You
spent
paid $60 a
$60 on it.
year ago and got free content since. And now you're bitching about $10 for features that you only get on your console?
About a total of $30, which would make if I wanted to get the director's cut, I would have basically paid $90 for a game.
Okay.
What?
FIFA enters the chat. 2K enters the chat. What are we doing here? People pay hundreds of dollars. Destiny, bro.
Play with. It's a multiplayer game. That's a gaming service. Like, what are we talking about? There's so much more you can do in a multiplayer game than you can in a single player. Are you really having that conversation right now?
I think we're comparing apples to oranges once you bring that up.
You did that.
I'm just saying, I'm using that as a point to say that people spend over $100 on a game every year all the time. MMOs.
There's more to do with that. You know,
but you got free content and you didn't pay for it. You got a whole raid, a whole multiplayer, didn't pay for it. Now where's the energy when it comes to digital deluxe editions where you're paying $20 extra for a fucking skin and some skill points?
No, it's stupid. I agree with you. It's dumb.
Okay.
I don't fucking buy those. What?
But people do.
Yeah,
and they get way less. They get way less than what you've gotten in Ghost of Tsushima.
But as a consumer, right? I don't think it's fair to pay an extra to just get a fucking upgrade. I think that's dumb.
Hey,
and hopefully they change it, right? And we don't even know
they're
how
not.
long
They're not going to change that.
If the DLC for Ghost of Tsushima is going to be the same length as the Yuffie one, that shit is not worth $20, bro.
Now, you're talking about the length, but what if it's really good? What if there's a lot of shit to do within that 5 hours and it's super replayable?
Yeah, there's new mounts, new enemies, there's a new story, new island to explore.
I mean,
new techniques.
At this point, that is wait and see, right? That's wait and see. But what does that mean?
But you're saying the $10 for the PS5 upgrade is totally not worth it for the haptic feedback, 3D audio, and the Japanese lip sync.
When you say it out loud, I'm looking at this dude like he's crazy. You're getting all these things that people had to work salaries, maybe had some crunch, maybe not, but people had to work and get this. Come on, man. You're getting all right. Put it this way. What if they said, "Hey, no, there's no DLC. All you're getting is a PS5 version for $10." Then what? You're not paying for it?
Exactly. See, look at this.
No, I'm asking you. Are you not paying for it?
I'm over here. I'm acknowledging the chat. Wisner said consumers might be worried that Sony could make this a common deal for future games, and that's true. That's true. Holding back content a la Capcom. Yes, that's true. But that is true.
We have no proof that they're holding back content when they give us free content without no explanation. Hey, here's a new raid in multiplayer. Enjoy.
I can give a shit about how much I got to pay for the DLC. I don't mind paying $20. But if it's not longer than 5 hours, that shit should be 15
in reality. So answer my question.
Right, and that's cool.
If there was no DLC, would you pay $10 for a upgrade, a PS5 upgrade? No. So you would have the PS4 version on the PS5 while we're all playing with all the new features. Because you're not paying $10.
Why would I pay $10 for a game I already paid for, bro? Why would I pay that? Should be free. That upgrade should be free. All those upgrades for all these games that I already own. But not
everyone has played and beat these games. Some motherfucker started Ghost of Tsushima and never touched it again. And maybe this $10, hey, you know what? I'm gonna wait and see with the DLC, but I'm gonna pay $10 so I can play it better on my PS5.
Why not just fucking entice them even more to just fucking, hey, you get a PS5 upgrade for free and it'll make you pick it up more. Like
I don't think you can do that. So I think the only PS5 version of the game is going to be a director's cut.
Exactly. See, they're not even going to split it up. It's not going to be $10. No, I'm going to have to pay $30 to play the PS5 version of the game. No, that's dumb.
No, you're paying $30 to get DLC and a PS5 upgrade.
What did you just read, $?
He's gonna agree with me. It's $30 for the DLC, the director's cut.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
No, it's true. You can't. If you want the PS5 upgrade, you gotta buy the DLC too.
See,
Okay.
Did you hear what he said?
I heard what he said. That does not change how I feel. It's the slightest bit.
Did you hear what he said? But hold on. Do you think that's fair? If I didn't want the DLC, and I wanted just the upgrade,
Then buy the PS4 version and enjoy it how it is, man.
So hold on. So you don't think it's unfair that in order for me to play on a PS5, which I own, and you own, and Dollar Sign owns, let's say we don't even want the DLC and we just want the upgrade, but no, we don't have access to the upgrade because we have to pay the $30 premium, a tax.
It's not a tax. Yo, shout out to Ronan Ghost in the chat. He says he said he agrees with upgrading Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut for free. Listen, I agree. I wish it was, but I don't have a problem giving them $10 extra to support a game I fucking love. It's amazing.
If they offer some free DLC and charge for others, it would be a good faith move. I agree.
They did. They gave you a whole fucking raid and multiplayer.
But I don't mind paying for this next DLC. That's not besides the point. An upgrade and the DLC are two different fucking things. They are two different things. The fact that they're lumping them together and making me pay $30 in total, making it $90 that I paid for a game that I bought a year ago. No, for what?
I'm gonna holler at you in 2 months when the whole director's cut is $15. I'm gonna holler at you. I'm like, cool. Hey, you pulled the trigger yet?
Fuck yeah! If it was $15.
Hey man. All right. We'll agree to disagree. My last take is I think based on the game we've gotten, right? And not everyone has a PS5, keep in mind, not everyone has beaten the game. I think for what they're offering, I'll agree with Cool Hand with I don't want to pay for a PS5 version. But we have gotten free DLC already.
Hold on. But now look at it. They're not separating the cost anymore. They're saying, hey, you want the PS5 version? You have to buy the DLC. You get what I'm saying? Like that's fucked. You're not mad about that?
Dollar sign. For the system that most people have, the PS4, how much does it cost to upgrade to the DLC?
$20.
$20.
There you go. And to upgrade from the director's cut. So let's say I have the director's cut on the PS4 and then I purchase the PS5. How much does it cost to upgrade to the PS5 version? $10. That sounds pretty fucking reasonable to me.
No, you're still paying $30, Andy.
Again,
Nova, you're still paying $30.
Again,
you're still paying $30.
I have no issue with it. I think they'll deserve that extra $10 just on the fact that last year they gave me a multiplayer mode that I fucking loved, that no one expected it to be good, and a raid that was very fun.
No one's denying that, but man, it's still ridiculous.
Hey, I'm gonna agree to disagree with you on that one, and I'll also be waiting and seeing with y'all to see how a better outline of the content. What are we getting with what we're spending? How long is the DLC, and what other details we'll find out.
Yeah, it's gonna be more Jin stuff. We're gonna dive a little bit more into his past. That's the detail they've given out so far.
Okay, I could rock with it. Any other closing statements on this topic?
All PS5 upgrades for every game that's from last gen should be free.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even think I'm gonna do the PS5 upgrade just because it's already playing on the PS5 on back compat mode already looks really good.
Y'all will find me day one. I might even fuck around and stream it.
Shilling out $30.
I might fuck around and stream it day one. I have no issue giving a developer who's clearly talented, who's giving me free content that I enjoyed, $10 to have a better gaming experience for the DLC. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna drop the mic on that.
Okay. Yeah, you drop air.
I'm dropping the mic on that.
Next topic. You dropped air.
Topic. Let's.
What is that? A fart?
That was a fart.
Since we didn't get a game of the week the games of the week from CoolHandCruz. I'll let him take it away from here. Let's talk about PS Plus. I feel like there's a game for all three of us here. You're too embarrassed.
But now that it's free, yeah,
I hear it's fun and silly. It's like very
Not-
arcadey.
I'm cool with that. I wouldn't have paid for that, but I'm cool with it for being on Plus.
Oh, we probably saw our audio issues going on in this channel, in the scene. I mean,
I fixed it immediately as soon as I saw it. So we're
Same.
good. They can hear us.
Thank you.
Cool
Thank
hand-
you. Thank you.
They heard you. So
Oh,
again,
nice.
Plague Sale, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and WWE Battlegrounds. I'm actually weirdly kind of excited to play Black Ops, just because,
Really?
like how Dollar Sign was saying last night. Yeah, we could all play zombies together. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, even though
Yeah.
we definitely didn't play zombies for I can't even remember the one that just came out.
Cold
Black-
War, but none of us bought Cold War.
I bought
Yeah, I
Cold
bought
War.
But you did?
Yeah, I bought Cold War. I even streamed with.
Got it day one. Yeah, that's right.
Not me.
Yeah, I
Miss
think that
Game
was
was
one of
it.
my first PS5 games. I got
yeah,
Cold
yeah, yeah.
War.
You bought that day one. You bought that day and date.
Ronan Ghost wants to know, Cool Hand, are you going to stream on Twitch? See, people have been
Oh, yeah,
asking,
you just-
man.
all right, so Ronan, you hopped in a little late. Yeah, I talked about it earlier on the show, man. I just moved, so just kind of getting everything unpacked. So I'm not streaming this week, so I'm gonna try and do a nice little, promo run this week, and get it going next week. And so next weekend I'll be back on Twitch.
Look out for that. We're gonna be throwing some promo. We'll be throwing some promo all over Twitter. Also,
Promo all of it.
Also, guys, I streamed. Damn, what am I, stoned or something? I can't remember shit. I streamed
Psyops.
PsyOps, the Mindgate Conspiracy PS2 game. It's really dope. C-Dolla joined me for that. Check it out if you haven't. If you're interested, it's a dope experience. But yeah, overall, we're winning again. Another great game. Another great set of games with PS Plus, man. I saw what's going on on the Xbox side. Cool Hand, they're getting Conquer.
Are they really?
Yeah, that was one of the games for this week.
Like, it's
one of
not
their-
a new game. Oh, it's the
No,
old one.
no,
from
no.
like
You're
Xbox.
basically playing a backwards compatible emulated game. But the cool thing is, if you have a Series X, you're playing that game at upres. And listen, I'll be honest. Whatever technology they have that's upscaling these games to like the way higher or the highest quality textures that they can have coming from original assets, it's pretty fucking dope. So playing it on a Series X would technically be way better than playing it on the original console. What was that N64 or original Xbox? So yeah, that technology is cool and all, and I like to see it when they do have something. I think they did the same thing
Man.
for KOTOR. It was
It really bugs.
up.
It really
res.
bugs me that these guys have Conquer and have done nothing with it. They've done nothing with Conquer. That's such a. Do you understand what you could do with that IP in this day and age? That could be their Ratchet and Clank. Like that. That's crazy that they have done nothing with that.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a niche game. It's kind of like in the same vein as like your laser shoot Larrys and that sort of stuff.
No,
But
When that game came out, like you have to think of it. It was in the height of the '90s. It was in the height of like South Park. Like that was a big game. Like that was a big game. It was a bad mouse squirrel. Like you don't understand. Like if you were to retro that and bring it out in today's world,
Yeah.
That shit would do numbers. That shit would do numbers.
Just a kind of off-topic question, just talking about Conquer. Should there be a kind of resurgence of like adult games?
Yes.
I get it. They're not.
Yes,
They're not
100%.
profitable. They're not profitable. I'm sure Conquer did not sell well, but I think it was still a cult classic hit among the fans. Is there space in 2021 to bring back games that are specifically adult
towards
targeted?
adult.
Yeah, like dirty jokes, nude, etc. Drugs.
I wouldn't say like so much the nude part, but like really heightened innuendos and just like adult themed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't go overtly sexual, but I'll just say like adult themed. Yeah, there should be. There should be.
Yeah, because that's something that you saw, late 90s, mid 90s. You saw these like certain games, and they were very like
Gex,
almost
like
taboo.
Gex was like Gex was a kids' games, but it had adult themes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, even Ratchet and Clank back in the day had adult themes and like sexual
Yeah,
innuendos.
so I'm glad you
same
brought
thing
that up.
Same thing with Sly Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a kid's game, and the innuendos on that shit were heavy, bro. Like I'm not even saying that you should make kids games like have these adult themes.
No, they were rated T.
They were rated T for T.
Black Ray in the chat says no, he doesn't want to see more adult themed games. What I assume that's what he was responding to. Yeah, I mean, there were never a lot of them, right? I think there's this one game on Super Nintendo where, looking back, it's super problematic in today's age. It's like some dude, what is it called? It was an old Wild West game, and at this one point, maybe you were playing as like this white pilgrim guy, and then at the end, you boink a native lady, and it's and this is on like pixelated all looking stuff, and then like we had your Conkers, your Leisure Shoot Larrys, you had your Dead or Alive 2s.
Leisure Shoot Larry is probably pushing it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that Leisure Suit Larry is that's too much.
Hugh Hefner Simulator, basically.
Nah, that's too much. Like you bring back your games like Duke Nukem, right? Like you end up in a strip club, and then you tip her, and then like she does something wild. You know what I mean? Like that it's quick. It's not.
It's like Easter egg type deal. Like it's
know
there, but you got to look for it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's not. It don't really push it. But I think they need to bring back some adult themed games.
And I'm just looking at I'm just looking at the chat, and I'm Black Rand, he brought up GTA 3 and shit like that. You know what? If we want to go into that topic, look no further than GTA, because I feel like GTA definitely definitely pushes those boundaries. I mean, we've had a strip club in every GTA game since GTA.
You were able to pick up Streetwalkers at one point.
I'm glad how you self-edited yourself there. Okay,
Yeah, you like that?
I like that.
Like that?
I like that. Yeah. So GTA 3, you could pick up Streetwalkers.
Like vampires?
Yeah. See, I love how he brought in.
You mean Daywalkers?
Daywalkers. I love how you brought the Blade reference in there. That was good. So yeah, man. I mean, Rockstar's still doing it. I mean, there's a part of GTA 5 in story mode where what you can assume is maybe some type of opiate liquid that Michael sips, and then you're freaking flying from the sky. You're like skydiving over the ocean. So yeah, you know what? Maybe
Far Cry 4 does seem like that, right? Like go to that factory.
Yeah, but it's not like overt like GTA is. Like GTA is like, okay, like he's drinking from a double cup, and then he starts tripping out and throwing it, like, or just the sexual innuendo is very high. I mean, Vice City, you literally you're like do some mission for some porn star, demonetized.
77 has some of that. There's actually a lot of that.
Yeah, so Glinzer says, I can't name one adult-only rated game. Exactly, because they're so hard to find now, and like, I mean, shit, look at things, just ultra-violent games like Rockstar game, what is it called? Manhunt. Manhunt was banned in like mad countries. And it was just...
Thrill to Kill was a big one too.
Yeah. Ronan Ghost, you said Grand Theft Auto 3 never had a trickle. You're right. That's why I said starting with Vice City. But GTA 3, you could pick up Streetwalkers. That is confirmed. Source, 11-year-old me. Black Rain brings up a great point. He says the very first mission of GTA 3, you pick up a stripper named Trip. That is facts. The very first mission in GTA 3, after the prologue, you literally pick up a stripper.
But we're deviating from what what we're talking about from adult themed games. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like, hey, you can take a character like a Conquer or like a Gex and then throw in these innuendos and like make these games rated, like put the rated T on them, right? And it's these very disguised, fun looking games, but they have these, not overtly sexual, but what I'm saying is like they have these,
I know
jokes.
you're saying more like innuendo, like how a Disney movie will throw in a couple adult jokes in there. I'm talking about straight up like pushing limits. But I think we already answered our question. GTA is a great example of that. It's still huge.
GTA did it right. I feel like if there was a game to mimic, GTA did it right.
Yeah. All right. So let's kind of shift gears a little bit. Let's talk about you know what? While we were just talking about Ghost of Tsushima's director's cut, we all know that there's been a hold on, let me make sure audio's picking up. I don't know what the hell is going on. All right, I'm just go back to just chatting. All right, sorry. Audio's still somewhat of an issue. But I did want to talk about so director's cuts in general, right? Not being specific because we don't want to open that wound again. So you heard us arguing to each other about we have Ghost of Tsushima director's cut. Now we have Death Stranding director's cut. And I just wanted to kind of say, like, is this going to be a trend coming from Sony, right? Where we have a great example would be Last of Us 2 director's cut, right? PS4 game. Hey, there's a director's cut. You get all these different features. You get haptic. You get 3D audio. For a game like Last of Us would be fucking key. And yeah, is this something that we're going to see going forward? Where it's
Did
like,
you see that tongue-in-cheek joke by Hideo Kojima about director cut? Where he was like, how come Zack Snyder doesn't call it director cut? It's like the Zack Snyder cut.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good point.
You know why, right? Because he's like, damn, it should have been the Hideo Kojima cut.
Exactly, right? Hideo, he likes to put his name on everything.
Yeah, a game by Hideo Kojima, Death Stranding, the Hideo Kojima cut.
Yo, actually, Dollar Sign, you actually said something about Hideo Kojima, right? About an Easter egg that he had put out.
He puts out a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah. Hold on, let's before we get to that, let's I want to talk about director's cuts and
I want to talk about the other thing. Now go ahead.
I'm about to put you in the Captain and Coon. So yeah, as we all know, like for historical precedents, we have, Resident Evil director's cut, which is Resident Evil 1 with more content. My people in the chat, let me know, what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to be, we're only seeing these director's cuts and this is done, or could this be a new strategy from Sony saying, hey, you know how we can double dip? Let's get the team who worked on whatever last gen game, spruce it up for PS5, and we'll sell it as a director's cut.
Yeah, I think, well, you think about like The Last of Us 2, right? They still are going to release factions. So why not release a director's cut with factions?
Great point. And honestly, I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, I
mean, PS5 upgrade, charge $10.
I mean, at this point, I hate to say it, but like we should have seen it coming. You know what I'm saying? Like
how so?
When they were talking about doing upgrades and updates for all their major AAA games, now we kind of know how they're going to do that through these director cuts and these like really big updates that we're going to have to shell out money for. So we should have seen it coming. I could see this being a trend.
I'll be the first person on the interwebs to say, I'm not buying games anymore. I'm waiting for the director's cut. Right, CoolHand?
No.
Don't buy the game at launch. Wait for the director's cut.
I think. I mean, if they're doing that for last gen games, yeah. If not, which I don't think they're gonna do that for their next gen games. I think well, they'll probably will, but like be very pick and choosy about it.
Yeah. So like, I know you haven't played Last of Us 2. Would you wait for a director's cut at this point?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and see that makes sense. That makes sense.
But that's you specifically who hasn't played it. I haven't either. I own it. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, I would buy since I haven't put any money into it anyway. Yeah, I would.
Good game, by the way. It's like won all the awards last year.
Yeah, and the thing is, I've wanted to play it despite the backlash. I just I didn't get around to buying it because I think I had the choice between either that or Ghost of Tsushima, and I picked Ghost.
Have you played the first one?
Yeah, I played the first one.
You gotta play the first one.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I think because like what they kind of came out simultaneously. It was like what a month apart. So it was just a few weeks apart, right? If I'm correct.
What was sorry?
Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. It was like a few weeks apart.
Oh yeah, a few weeks apart, and I'm there with you. I chose Ghost of Tsushima over Last of Us, and it's honestly because.
And here's the thing, though. I think I would have been, but I'm just saying, like, I think I would have been satisfied with either or. You know what I mean? Like, I think either choice, whether you chose Last of Us or whether you chose Ghost, if you had to pick between the two, I think either choice would be good. I don't think there's a downside with any of those, just given the reception.
I think both.
Ronan,
both those games.
I did see your comment, man. Shoot me a message on Twitter or on Discord since we're friends on there. Glinzer says director's cut is a term that's about to overtake remastered. Hey, why don't we call it Last of Us Part 2 Remix Remastered? I mean, I think that's
0.5 and 1.5.
And that's why I'm saying we should have seen this coming. I'm at this point, if that's the way they're doing it, I'm not going to be surprised if this becomes a common thing. And then when it comes to their next gen games, they'll probably be picky and choosy about it. Like, I won't be surprised if by down the line this year we'll see a Ratchet and Clank director's cut.
No,
I don't know if that game is big enough for it. If maybe they'll do an expansion with Rivet or something.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I could see that.
I think
like
it's
a Rivet
smart
DLC.
because it's like a mid-generation game, Like, it's like from in between Ghost of Tsushima 1 and 2, they probably want to make some drastic changes, make it a shit ton bigger, add new technology and whatnot. And just for the in between, like from going from 1 to 2 is probably going to take them 4 or 5 years to develop. So we might as well release an expansion like 1 or 2 years out, just so they have it trickles in with games, and like they can do that with other AAA games. So it's just giving us more games to play.
So let's call it a gap stop then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and let's be honest too. A lot of the games that we love, and I know this for a fact, especially it probably holds more true to more previous generations, but there's a lot of games that come out that you might play and be like, I like the game, I just wish there's a little bit more. Well, maybe director's cut can be a way to say, from the developer, say, hey, here's the version of the game we really wanted you to play. This is what we intended, like Kingdom Hearts 1.5 or 2.5 Remix, right? Which are the full experiences, right? Meaning if you were like me, was a OG day one player, once you play the 1.5 or the remix, the remaster, you're like, damn, no, this is the version I should have played. I almost wish I waited to play this. That way it would have had a bigger impact. But still, great comment. The Order 1886 needs a director's cut. Make that game longer. Facts. And see, that is a perfect example of what I was just talking about. That was a very short game. A lot of people were like, this game's dope. It looks great. This game's showing off the PS4, right? When it first came out, that was one of the launch titles. It just was so damn short. And I'm sure you could say the same thing for Rise on Xbox. So, I don't know. It's still kind of early to really say whether it's going to be a positive thing in gaming, whether gamers are going to like overall receive it well. Because again, if you skipped out on a game like Last of Us, or like for me and CoolHand, a director's cut is definitely something would be dope. It's like, oh damn, not only do I get extra content, but I might get an upgrade for my system or etc. So all great points. Thank y'all in the chat for chiming in on
But
that.
it goes back to my original point. Now, if you do own the game already,
Then
should
then
be
you were an early adopter.
yes, and then you should be able to get the upgrade for the next generation console for free.
If you bought a Tesla in 2013, that doesn't mean you're entitled to the new software. They make something
Right,
new. They got to make money.
Well, let me pose this. So what if, let's say, they release a director's cut of God of War that comes with a new realm that you can explore? You should pay $30 for that with a PS5 upgrade too?
If
Fuck
the PS5
yes.
if the PS5 upgrade is free, yes. If it is
No,
not,
it'll follow the same model where
I can't
you get the new realm for $20 and the PS5 upgrade is an additional $10 upgrade.
I'll wait for it to be 15.
So you wouldn't, in that case, you wouldn't be an early adopter. So I guess this all comes down to semantics. If you like it enough, and this is kind of what I see, why I kind of hate the whole $70 debate. Motherfucker, gaming is an optional hobby. No one's putting a gun to your head and saying, hey, you have to buy the game right now for this price. I mean, how many AAA games do we see come out and are half off a month later? It happens all the time.
For brand new fucking games that are coming out from this point because they're tailored to this generation, like to this, system. I do not mind paying $70 price point because I know what it takes to make that game. That's fine. I'm cool with it, especially with all the features surrounding it. That's fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I like it? No. Am I? No. If it is what it is, yeah. So that's just how it's gonna be. But if I had already bought the game, which I did, and
which was your choice to be an early adopter, you could have got Ghost of Tsushima half off months later.
No, I mean, what's it called? I wanted the game when it came out. Like, I'm not tripping.
So you chose to pay full price. Again, it was an option you had.
Exactly, and but if they come out with the DLC and they put it at that $30 price point and includes an upgrade, for my next gen system, nah, man, I'm gonna wait, bro. I'm gonna wait till that shit go to $15, man. That's just not worth it.
So in general, why don't you just wait to get games when they come out and then buy it later when it's cheaper? Because same argument. Essentially, no. I mean, you could wait on You could have waited on Ghost of Tsushima for half off.
No,
and then got everything for way cheaper.
And honestly, I went under the assumption that was like, the PS5 upgrade was probably going to be free. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you can't assume shit's going to ever be free when it comes to business.
And that's cool, right? I was wrong in that case. I wasn't an early adopter of Final Fantasy. I paid $20 when they had their holiday sale, and
there you go.
I was fortunate enough to get the upgrade for free, which I believe it should be.
Which was
Every
courtesy.
Upgrade should be free. The DLC should be paid for. That's how it should be.
You're right, and they should also make college free, and they should also make housing free. Like, there shouldn't be homeless people, but hey, there's money to be made. Cool.
Yeah, this is Sony. They're not gonna spend the time to make like a full-fledged.
They're not Xbox. They can't afford to be giving out shit for free all the time.
As a Sony fan, I'm telling you, Sony, you're fucking assholes for that. Straight out, you're a fucking asshole. You're a cuck.
Send that to Jim Ryan. Say that to Jim Ryan's face. How about that?
First of all, Jim Ryan wouldn't even want to see me.
All right. Let's move along. What do we got next? Let's talk about the big news of the week. Let's talk about House Marquee first, being the newest member to the PlayStation Familia. Yeah. Welcome on over here. Come on over here. Put your bags down. Welcome. So, $, as someone who's playing Returnal right now, how do you feel about this? I know you've played some of their other games as well, so what are your thoughts kind of seeing that? And again, this is not like people haven't been saying for years that they're going to eventually pick up House Marquee, or that people would just assume that they were part of Sony. But I want to hear your thoughts, $, on this.
I mean, it's awesome. Like, so like, the past few days, that's all I've been playing has been Returnal. Because like, I probably put in like 4 or 5 hours into it, and I got to the second biome, or I got to the third biome. I actually beat the second biome on my first try, or the boss in the first try,
Yep.
and then I just like didn't really get hooked into it, and I just put the game down. And then last week I started playing again. I got to like the fourth biome. That's like once you get to the fourth biome, feel like that's where the game really clicks. And like from there, I've just been hooked. Like it's so much fun. Like the fluid motion, the game still really needs a way to save mid run. It's like if you want to do any like the game, a run can take you 90 minutes to like 3 hours, especially if you're like a grinder who wants to like go to every single room, maximize all your gear, which of course I'm gonna do because the game's really hard. Uh, and it's gonna take you probably 3 hours to beat. So like that's you need to be able to way to save. You can't like dedicate every time you want to do a run, 3 hours. And if and there's no guarantee that you're gonna beat the game in a run. So more likely like if you want to do multiple runs, it's probably gonna be like 5 or 6 hours. So it's just a lot of time to dedicate. But the game is great. It's like it's very polished, graphically.
So how do you feel about House Marquee being that you've experienced this? How do you feel about House Marquee being picked up? Do you think this is a true asset to Sony? I'm trying to think of the game that dropped on PS4.
You see, you want them to have like a broad variety of different different developers making different kinds of games. Horizon is an adventure game. You got a zombie game. You got multiple zombie games. Returnal you're talking about like a different niche.
So you're talking about Returnal is something outside of the Sony format, as they say on Twitter.
It offers something different than all the other studios, right? They're very good at arcade games. They master in like gameplay mechanics and a good like gameplay loop. Where a lot of other teams, their strong points are more on narrative. So they can probably gain a lot from those other developers, and they can also those developers can benefit from House Marquee with their like snapping mechanics and particle effects and whatnot.
Yeah, because
they do have really cool particle effects.
Yeah, because look, with diverse studios, it gives you more room for creativity, right? And then when you have such a diverse genre in your in-house, hey man, it only makes this the company look more appealing to the consumer, because it's like, oh, I can do this here, I can do this here, and I can do this here. That's great.
I don't know, man. Sony games are the same thing. It's always third person over the shoulder, action adventure.
But for the person who makes that argument, now there's a rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? Like now you have an actual rebuttal.
Well, even more now with the more recent studio acquisitions. I mean, you have Deviation, which are former COD developers. You got Jade Raymond.
Molecule. They're making something no one's making.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They created a fucking game engine, a playable game engine. I mean, it doesn't get. Speaking on Dreams, Mercedes-Benz is actually doing a collaboration with Dreams. They're making an event on Dreams. Yeah. Apparently, there's someone who works for Mercedes somewhere internal who pitched the idea upwards with what they can create. I wonder if it's going to be like a freaking commercial or something like that. I just think it's dope to finally see like a big company stepping in to Dreams.
That's cool, and that's still a slept on game. Like
Dreams is so slept on. I agree.
It's kind of crazy how many people possibly do not talk about it and dive into it, especially like with you. You have the VR component, or you don't have the adapter yet, right?
I don't. I could play it on PS Pro, but you know what? You just remind me. I need to fucking order that adapter ASAP.
Nah, man, just wait, bro, because 2.0 is coming out. There's no point in
I'll just wait for the adapter director's cut. You know what I'm saying? It probably has more features.
Like shit.
I don't want to fuck around and be an early adopter and pay all that money. What do I look like?
I mean, PSVR 2 is gonna have haptic feedback.
Mm-hmm. And
I'll wait for the PSVR 2.5. director's cut remix. You know what I'm saying? Glinzer says Sony is like an elite quarterback. They buy small devs and make them better.
Listen, at this point, it's Tom Brady. You know what they're doing? They're bringing people like Antonio Brown into the fold. You think he's done? All of a sudden, he gives you all these phenomenal Super Bowl touchdown catches, and he helps you win the Super Bowl. And that's what Sony's doing. They're picking up these developers that nobody would normally pick.
And they're nurturing them. They're giving them back rubs, saying, "It's okay, sweetie. Take your time. This is gonna be a 90+ Metacritic. Don't worry. Just do what you gotta do." Meanwhile, over there, Xbox are like, "Gotcha, bitch. Work on them damn games. We need a game, a AAA out every quarter," which I'm still waiting to see. But
Or if I was 6 games, 6 months.
nah, it's one AAA game every quarter, and then Game Pass fodder in between. So
No, but that was like one of the marketing things from the Xbox E3 event. It's 6 games, 6 months.
shout out to Chrono Triggered in the chat and Capono. Matter of fact, he says what we need from Sony is a Dino Crisis remake. I think you mean director's cut, sir. Come on.
I love
Chrono
Dino
Trigger.
Crisis, but listen, I'm with you on Dino Crisis, but I want Shinobi before Dino Crisis.
I want Turok before both.
Give me Shinobi PS2 remake. Give me all that shit. Do that for me.
See, the crazy thing is Cruz doesn't even know that's available. It's called buy 3090, build a rig, get a emulator, and you good. Run that joint at 4K. Funny enough, I'm actually about to spend $5 on a Dreamcast emulator that lets me play games in 4K. So it's possible, man.
Nah, man, I want that like those 2021 graphics. I want the ray tracing. I want all that shit. But I want the same. I want all that.
Yeah, I mean Shinobi's dope.
There is someone making a Mario 64 with ray tracing.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's
too bad
serious.
it'll be out for one day until Nintendo kicks that shit off.
Yeah, you can check it out on YouTube. Someone's making a ray traced Mario 64.
Yo, did you see this? Glinzer said Microsoft is doing what the Nets did. Oh well.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh my God!
For everyone who doesn't know, that's a basketball reference.
Yeah. But yeah, so welcome to the Family House, Marquee. What is the name of that damn PS4 game? Side scroller, semi 3D. Resogun. That's it. I remember the bots were talking hella shit about Resogun. Oh my god. We over here playing all these games. I'm not gonna lie. PS4 launch was kind of dog shit. Year 2, things started getting better. It was crazy because year 1 for the Xbox One, like, arguably was definitely no. I'm not even cap. Xbox One's first year arguably had better games if you put them toe to toe, right? After that, though, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, Phil started off strong, and then yikes, here we are. Capono, there's nothing like having actual hardware though, dude. Hey, I've been told Cool Hand, do what the fuck I did. Get a OG PS3 AO1 for those interested. It's the AO1 model, right? It ends in AO1. Buy one of those on. I'll literally school y'all right now. Go on shopgoodwill.com. Search for a Sony PS3 or go on Facebook Marketplace. Find the original. Make sure it is the original 60 gigabyte model, whether they upgraded the SSD or not. Make sure you have the AO1 model. Buy it. Get it to your house. Hook it up. There is an exploit. Now they've made it so damn easy to hack your damn PlayStation. You can do it through the browser. You go to a website. It hacks your shit. Woo, woo, woo. You restart your PlayStation, and boom. You got new firmware. Shit installs itself, and then boom. After that point, you could literally take download any ROM, just like how we would download ROMs for Nintendo games back in the day. You download these games onto a flash drive, and you stick them in your PlayStation, and boom. You can play them off your flash drive or you can just copy them over like I did. So, you know, it's not the cleanest way to do backwards compatibility on PlayStation, but it's possible. I have access to every PS1, 2, 3 game on one console. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how I was able to play PsyOps. That's how I was at.
Oh, my fault, man. I'm just super drunk because of how many times you mentioned your AO1. Well,
Okay, but okay, you're super drunk. So take another shot, motherfucker, because I can play Shinobi and you can't, bitch.
why do you have to do that? Why do you have to say that?
I
That's
can
so
play
sad.
Shinobi. I can play. You know, I'm gonna just drop the bomb on you. Yeah, suck it, Cool Hand. Come to my house and play Shinobi.
I don't want to. You're so you're a bully.
So yeah, on that note, I'm sorry, Cool Hand. You can play Shinobi at my house. We're gonna have a sleepover. Okay, well let's move
No,
on.
but that's still something I plan on doing soon. Very,
Please.
very soon.
If anyone has questions about how to do this, how to get a PS1, 2, and 3 all in one, and you don't have to pay for games, fucking hit me up on Twitter. It's in the description. Message me wherever. I will literally walk you through it. That's how bad I want people to experience what I'm experiencing over here.
Hey,
I
but
can
listen,
fucking
let's
play
be honest.
Skate 3. Who out here still playing Skate? I can play that shit right now. No
Hey,
disc.
but listen, this information ain't free, bro. You gotta pay a toll.
No,
Gotta
you
pay
don't,
a
not
toll.
here. Just hit the sub and hit the like button or the dislike button. Just do something
That's
for
the
me.
toll.
You know what I'm
Gotta pay a
saying?
toll.
Yeah, pay the
Oh.
toll real quick, like Kuan said, and you know what I'm saying? We'll get you that PS1, 2, 3, man.
Yeah. Y'all want the info? Sub. Y'all want the info? If you already sub, tell someone to sub.
There you go. Hit that damn. We don't do enough like self promo on this shit. Like I be watching certain podcasts, motherfuckers, every 10 minutes. Like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, share. You know, please do it. But we should start doing that a little more. And I do want to bring up just because Glinzer said Dreamcast was so damn good, but the controller yuck. Hey, I love my Dreamcast. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, fire. Crazy Taxi, fire. Turok, fire. Or that might have been N64. Anyways, I just want to say the PS5s already outsold the lifetime sales of the Dreamcast. FYI. Just want to throw that little nugget in there. But yeah, let's move on to the next acquisition. Before I get to the elephant in the room, let's talk about Nixes. So again, before today, none of you guys knew who the hell Nixes was. It's a support team in the Netherlands, I believe. And a lot of people are freaking out right now because everyone's just making the assumption that this is going to be the company that Sony uses to port PC games, right? Because that's what they're good at, ports. That's their thing. While I will disagree with you if you think that, because they're already hiring for a game director on a new title. They're not usually hiring game directors on new titles if they're planning on just fucking porting. Not saying there can't be a director of porting games for Nixes. I think Sony's definitely trying to bolster their studios, and while they may work on some PC ports, we have no idea, so we can speculate for or against. Dollar Sign being the techie guy, what do you think this means, man? What's your interpretation? And Cool Hand, please chime in too.
Oh damn! So I didn't know they were hiring a gaming director. I thought they were just gonna keep doing what they do, which is create ports, like PC ports. So I thought this is going to kind of, alleviate teams from creating PC ports. So like a PC port of, I don't know, like Bloodborne or God of War or whatever because I think Jim Ryan did at one point a few months ago did announce that they're gonna go heavy into porting their games to PC. And we haven't really seen that yet. All we've seen, is Days Gone, Death Stranding, Horizon. So
Apparently,
with this studio,
apparently there was that whole thing about PlayStation taking off that's the only on PlayStation sticker off Ghost of Tsushima, which
Yep.
Led speculation
Great
of
point.
that game possibly going to PC.
Which does seem a little early for, but yeah, no, that's a great point, Cool Hand.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like they should do it. Like once they announce the sequel, they should then port it to PC, just so
Yeah,
they
'cause
can get more people to want to play it.
it hasn't even been a full year, right? Like when did the game come out? July, right?
July, yeah.
because like it made sense for Days Gone because they already said they're not going to make a sequel for that game, and it wasn't really selling, so might as well throw it on PC.
And the game has been out for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's been a year.
Death Stranding was always a PC game. I don't care what anyone says. And
go ahead.
And you know, Horizon, you know, it's coming out as a sequel, so it made sense for the PC port, and we're just gonna probably see just more and more of it.
Yeah, well,
I don't doubt it at this point. I don't doubt it at this point. But I don't mind.
What do you think about this?
No, but I'm saying I wouldn't mind it if it's a game like been there, done that. You know what I mean? Especially if it's like over 2 years old, 2 or 3 years old at least. You know?
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts of what they could be doing with this, or is it just too early to tell? I mean, I honestly, to be 100% transparent, I had no idea about this company prior to today.
Yeah, too early to tell. I actually didn't know anything about it until you mentioned it right now, which is kind of shocking. You know, that's kind of wild.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Here right now on air. All right, well, let's.
There's another acquisition we can talk about too.
Oh yeah, that I was saving the best for last, man.
Oh, that's last. I thought then you know what I'm saying.
Let's talk about Blue Point.
Wait, is that last for real? That's the last topic?
No, that's the last acquisition. What the fuck?
Oh, I was like, man, that's
come on, man.
Show.
So we got Blue Point, which, in my opinion, is. Well, everyone and their mother has been assuming this, but it's a major W for PlayStation, in my opinion. Yeah. So we got Blue Point, right? The creators behind all of our favorite remasters and remakes. What do we got? We got
MGS collection, Uncharted collection.
Go ahead. Talk your shit, King.
Shadow of Colossus. Demon Souls.
Demon Souls.
Is that it?
You named all the important ones. And to be honest, this is fucking sick. I don't know how many years at E3 everyone's just like, Blue Point acquisition, when is it coming? And then we don't hear it, and we're just like, ugh. I do want to bring up the fact that I thought that, damn it, I'm horrible today. Team behind the walking sim games, the one with Ellie, girl who played Ellie, the one with where she has that ghost, Heavy Rain. Someone tell me, I'm drawing blanks here.
Oh, like the Detroit Human game?
Yeah, they made Detroit. It'll come up in a second. But I thought that Sony was so ready to buy that dev.
Quantum Dream?
Quantum Dream, thank you. And now their next game's going to have mad multi-transactions and all that shit. But I was a little worried because I saw what happened with Quantum Dream, how basically Sony was just like, well, we're not gonna buy you guys. And they said, all right, well, fuck you guys. We're going to go do our own thing. And they did. You know, good for them. I was worried with Blue Point that was going to happen too. I'm like, damn, yo, why hadn't Sony locked down this damn studio yet? And funny enough, this studio hasn't even been officially announced. The only reason we know about this, and you'll see on screen in a second, is because Sony Japan they leaked it, trying to announce the house marquee. They uploaded the wrong image, and this is the post right here before it was taken down.
Now, was it really accidental? So, like, when stuff like that happens, and you know they happen more often than not, right?
Well, it says, if you look at this, it says Returnal. It says house marquee. I don't think.
I get what you're saying, but like, hey, these kind of things, they happen so much. You know what I'm saying? Like
this is a big fuck up on Sony's part.
No, because like the rumor is that they're going to announce the acquisition with the announcement of the game they're working on.
Exactly.
So they want to hold on to this until they're ready for like the big marketing thing, because Sony's gonna spend a lot of money on their next event. Like they still need to do their version of E3.
Exactly.
So they're probably holding on it till then.
They probably won't spend that much money on that event.
They wouldn't drop some like bullshit ass thing like this for marketing. This would have been weak. This is like some Xbox shit. No offense.
I mean, like you could also. I mean, I would.
I think we're pulling straws if we think the Sony is on purpose. Because honestly, this was up for literally 1 second.
They did, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I would. Because this would be this is kind of an L on Sony, and this. I mean, it's a W because we all know now, but it's kind of an L in terms of it takes away the impact of that PSX reveal, right? We were all expecting, like Dollar Sign said, to see, we were all expecting PSX. So the fact that this was going to be like a big announcement from PSX and they posted the wrong picture with the caption saying, Returnal House Marquee, it definitely softens the impact. Now, while we're all still excited, when they do finally announce it, we're going to be like, oh, who gives a shit? We already know. No shit.
I don't know. I'm more excited now because now I feel like they're working on a remake. Maybe it's Metal Gear Solid 3.
3? Wow.
3.
That's random as hell. I'd be happy as hell.
It's like it's the chronologically the first one.
Yeah, but people don't know that shit.
And it's also probably one of the most popular games in the series.
It's one of the greatest PS2 games of all time. But I don't think I don't trust that they think that in general gamers know enough about MGS besides like the cult community that's behind it to be like, oh, let's drop Metal Gear Solid 3. I think they would be like, all right, let's start with 1, 2, 3. Because you got to think about it too. They're dropping a Metal Gear Solid 1 or MGS movie, so we're just going over the first game. So I could see them doing some type of double dipping marketing. Hey, we have the MGS movie and we have this remake, if that's what they're doing.
Well, how about the remake is MGS 3 and then the movie picks up from there? Because it happens before the first one.
You lost me. I'm not going to lie.
It could be like a teaser, like to build up to the movie, right? Like you play through the remake of MGS3 and it's like the events that happen before the movie.
I can see that.
I don't think they trust. I think that's assuming that you have a lot of people who know enough or who would even make those dots, those connections. I personally don't think that's while from a fan that sounds amazing. Realistically, we got to look at these things from like the lowest common denominator, right? They're assuming people don't know shit and are stupid and are ignorant to these series. So, yeah,
you don't need to know anything to go into MGS3. It's literally like chronologically the first thing.
Yeah, but the thing about MGS3 is while it's dope as hell, it doesn't fit in the traditional look of Metal Gear, right? It's completely, they took you by surprise. You're in the fucking jungle. Whereas like when people think Metal Gear, they think sneaking suit in the cold and some terrorist base or something like that, But who knows?
I hope they do 3.
We're just, yeah, me too, man. Me too. I hope they do a 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. Give me a Metal Gear Solid 4 remake. I'll take that, yo. Honestly, take that. Devon Jenkins, first time I've seen you here, shout out to you, man. He said, could they do a remastered 1 through 3 like Mass Effect? We all hope so.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, there's a PS3 one.
I think Konami knows how much money they're sitting on with Metal Gear, so they're going to want to do it right if they bring it back. Because at this point, keep in mind, with Kojima out of there, you cannot continue Metal Gear. Metal Gear as a series is done.
Konami's now giving off their license to third party, right?
Yeah.
What's that studio? Blooper Games.
Blooper
the
Games
team that made the Medium.
Yeah,
just won the contract to make a new Silent Hill game.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do y'all think about that actually? Because I saw a lot of people give that mixed reaction, like Blooper Team, the team on the Medium. What? This is so random. But
because that game,
they make horror games and Silent Hill.
Yeah, but
they didn't do well.
The Medium was okay.
They probably gave a hell of a pitch then, or else Konami's messing up.
Yeah, I mean, because look, what the Medium had so much wind up behind it during its initial launch, and it didn't really do that well.
Neither did Blair Witch. Blair Witch again looked great on surface, but was very mid overall. So,
I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, just going by track record, I'm not too happy about that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like, I think they. Shit, give me anyone else, man. Give me fucking as as dumb as it sounds, give me Platinum Games. Give me Team Blooper. That's so random. But hey, a lot of teams are working on shit, and you have to be realistic. Maybe they have the time to do it. Maybe they're not caught up with their projects, or they have the capacity to take on a game like this. So we don't know. We know that. What was that, Quinn?
No, that's very true. You're right. You have a point.
No, I think it's the other way around. Like you have to win these contracts. There are a lot of video game developers and studios, so like they're probably not the only company that gave a pitch to make a Silent Hill game.
I could see that. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Well, however they want it, shout out to Team Blooper. Don't fucking disappoint us. Usually, I let them do it, but you talking about Silent Hill, don't fuck this up. This better be the best game y'all ever make. Don't like.
Honestly, when you have titles like that, you cannot drop the ball.
Hell no. Fuck no. Like if Blue Point was doing a remake of any Metal Gear Solid game, I'd be super critical and be like, yo, don't fuck this up. This is very important. Don't drop the Holy Grail. So yeah, Team Blooper, interesting stuff. We'll see what comes about it. But just kind of continuing with Blue Point. I mean, shit. Demon Souls, these motherfuckers hit it out the park with that game. If you're a Souls fan, should I say? But yeah, I have very, very, very high hopes for what the studio's gonna do, because we all know, usually they're working on 2 games at a time. They usually have like the bulk of their team working on a game, and as it gets, from what I have read, once they get closer towards the completion of that game, they start shifting the team out little by little to eventually, to be working on something else, right? Where it starts off small and then they kind of just snowball. As one gets towards completion, they start moving staff to the other. So, yeah, man.
And I feel like Blue Point made the best looking PS5 game. Like Demon Souls, like from a visual aspect, is so good. Like all the environments, they look so like pretty and well detailed. All the new character animations and their new just the new looks that they did for them. It all just looks, it's just all on point. So like that's like a no-brainer that you have to buy.
That was a no-brainer. Yeah. Are there any other studios that Sony works with that we're just kind of like, wait, why haven't they picked them up yet? I think with Blue Point and even House Marquee, that's.
I mean, it probably would have been Quantic Dream, like you said earlier, but they had that whole scandal.
Oh yes, the CEO.
There's a lot of things, right? So like
sexual harassment
stuff, where they're posting pictures of employees, and they made like the male employees Photoshop as Nazis, and they made the female employees Photoshop as porn stars and stuff.
No way.
What?
Yeah, it was like it was a lot of stuff, and it was like 3 different like news organizations working together to like bust them, like talking to employees anonymously, and they just basically showed like leadership and everything of that company was very scummy. And they probably would have been picked up by Sony.
Yeah, if they weren't scumbags.
Damn.
Quantic Dream.
No. I'm trying to think of another studio. I was gonna say From Software, but not really.
No.
They trying, but I think they can't.
Yeah.
They have a minority. I mean, they did invest in it. They have a minority share, which is.
But here's the thing: the From Software has a large Asian parent company that, a chunk of their money, their revenue, is coming from Soft.
Do you think Konami will sell their IPs to Sony?
No, I think they will license them though, which is the next best thing. So, yeah, I think that they're like, no, we're not selling any of this. Yeah, we'll let you make Castlevania. We'll let you do this. But we own the name. Do we even want to bring up Jeff Grubb's Kojima prediction thing? Because here's my thing, guys.
You keep saying it.
The
whole I just don't see it.
The whole Xbox having a deal with Kojima thing.
Considering that we just saw like there was that whole thing about Kojima and Konami following each other on IG again and shit like that.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that. For real?
Wait, I thought who sent the screenshot of them following each other? Someone had sent it here.
Wasn't
Oh,
me.
I think I did send that. Yeah, I think that may have been on Twitter or something like that.
Yeah, that was you. Like
Ye-
it was it was Twitter. My fault. It was Twitter. They were following each other again on Twitter, and that's what it
Yeah.
was. And it's
And-
like forbidden doors, possibly a reopening, and Sony's the mitigator. They're the middleman in that.
which would make sense because it's all Japanese parties that can kind of say, hey, you know, we're cool with you. We're cool with you. Like, stop being
Like,
dickheads.
all get in the room together, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, my only gripe about the whole Jeff Grubb rumor, while I do think Jeff Grubb is right on good amount of occasions, I have just in this past year, right? And there's no disrespect to him, seen him being wrong on some shit and being called out for it. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into the drama because that's not what our show's about. But my only issue with this is one source. Only Jeff Grubb is saying is talking about these Kojima Xbox. Now, according to the article that was posted either yesterday or today on GamesBeat, apparently they're like in the finishing stages of this. But again,
Well, GamesBeat and Jeff Grubb are synonymous because Jeff Grubb is a writer for GamesBeat.
no, I know he wrote the article. That's what I'm saying. So he's the only source for this. He's the only source. We haven't heard this from anyone else. I haven't heard this from Colin Moriarty. I haven't heard this from any of the usual folks you'd hear shit like this from that would, yep, I heard that too. Just that cosign.
Phil Spencer was on Xbox Unlocks podcast on IGN yesterday, and he still has that
The thing in the
Kojima
background?
Productions in the background, yeah, on his mantle.
You're
Still
right,
got it.
man.
He still got it.
Kojima partnership confirmed. Just look
You
at
know
the
what they
background.
say?
All the clues are there.
You know what they say about never saying never?
Never say never.
You know what they say about that?
What?
When
Say
you
never.
Now, when you say never, you done said never twice. You get it? Did I go over your head?
I
That
went
means
over
there's
my
a
head.
possibility of that happening, man. Never say never.
Can you explain that again for the audience?
That went over your head, didn't it, Nova?
All right, moving on. Blue Point, another dub for Sony. Fail on the announcement. Very little impact. We all knew it was coming. And
That's
it's
Devin, by the way, not Devon.
What are you talking about?
You said Devon earlier. His name is Devin.
Devin Jenkins. Hey, my bad. Devin, shout out to you for checking out our show. I haven't seen him in the chat before, so shout out to you, bro. Let's keep it moving though. Let's get this train moving.
You've played Legends with him a few times.
You said what?
You've played Ghost of Tsushima Legends with him a few times.
No, that was me. I think that was me.
Oh,
No,
Devin.
Nova two.
Okay, cool. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, I do remember that. I guess this is the part of the show where I can flex a little bit. So guys, I had made a couple purchases and I brought some pictures of show and tell to show y'all. So I'm gonna just call these scenes all black everything, right? And this is why. So as you can see on the display, to the left, this is my PS5 charging port, which I popped off the sides. You can pop it off. You will break some brackets, so just understand that if you attempt doing this. And yeah, I sprayed it with matte black paint, and it came out looking great. Now I can truly say I have an all black everything. So if you look at the picture on the right, I got my black controller on the black dock with the black PS5. You know what I'm saying? That's how we doing it, INSOMNIACS style. I am going to be doing some type of like room video tour, channel intro type deal within the next couple weeks / months. So look out for that. But I thought I would share this with y'all. So yeah, if you fuck with it, let me know. What was that, Cool Hand?
Are you the first one with an all-black charging station?
I'm not. I'm not the first one with the all black charging station. There is one website online who literally does the same thing. They spray paint your shit and sell it to you for twice as much, but it's sold out. So I suggest if you want an all black charging station, buy some damn matte black paint and do it your damn self like I did. Hit it with 9-10 coats, and don't let CoolHandCruz be around because he'll open the door to the warehouse at your job and get dust in that shit. But you got more coats to do. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think, guys or ladies, because I don't know who the hell listen to this shit. Second picture.
Or aliens. There could be aliens too.
Aliens, they're here. They're here.
Here's my current computer setup. So to the left, you can see my PC rig. Well, kind of hard to see, but you can see the RGBs. That's what matters. And today, I was with CoolHand. We went and on lunch, we picked up some new Razer mouse pads. So on the picture on the right, you can see what my desk is looking like. Just to let y'all know, I got 2 mouse pads. One that I put my keyboard on, and the other that's for mousing or whatever the fuck it's called. If you're interested in what I got the Razer Black Widow V3 wireless keyboard, because you know what I'm saying, when you got a PC from the couch, you know what I'm saying, keep it wireless. And then on the right side, I have my mouse, which is a Basculus Pro or something like that. Also Razer. It's the most expensive one they sell. Get that shit on sale at Best Buy. Damn, I don't know what it is with me today. My mind's everywhere. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Haters on the podcast, you have any thoughts?
Wait till I get my setup and talk about my room.
Just all I would say is, why is the triangle and the square not lit up?
Way to notice it.
I'm only half.
How dare you? Man, those are sacred symbols. How dare
I'm
you?
only half fanboy
it just
right
looks
now.
like a hug and a kiss, homie. What are you doing here?
The more PC components I get, man, you know what I'm saying, one, light will turn off. The more shit I get from my PC. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited.
The rose from Beauty and the Beast.
There you go. Exactly. The petals are falling off. I am though really super excited to do like a studio video.
Sure.
I'm definitely gonna do something with CoolHand, like an in person type deal. Give y'all some cool content. But yeah, I did want to show this to you guys and show you how I'm PCing on this PC Master Race life. You know what I'm saying?
It's disgusting.
So, yeah.
Keep it PC.
Keep it PC. You know what I'm saying? NVIDIA bros. Me and Dollar Sign, we're NVIDIA bros. He got 3090. I got the little brother. I'm 2080. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Any other PC dudes in here? Nah? Good. You're not welcome. There is, I don't think I made a scene for it, but just kind of going off of MGS. Actually, no. There's a topic from last week I want to cover. So one of the games that everyone on here is a fan of is Forspoken, and they're using a proprietary to AMD. They're using FX.
Super resolution.
Dollar sign. I'm just gonna throw this one to you because I can't come up with the words right now. Tell us a little bit about Forspoken and how they're targeting the highest quality visuals ever in an open world game. How are they going to do this?
Yeah, so Forspoken is going to be one of the first games using AMD's like FX Super Resolution, which is like AMD's version of NVIDIA's DLSS, which is like their version of Super Resolution, which is kind of like a super sampling they do, where it's basically like an AI version of upscaling. So, traditionally PS4 Pro games, they upscaled from 1440p via checkerboarding to go from 1440p to 4K. This is using like a whole new technology. And as as a PC player using DLSS, you can barely tell it's not 4K. Like you think you're looking at a 4K image, but it's not. It's a upscaling super sampling method. So I've never used AMD's version of it because I don't have a.
Nah, we RTX over here. We RTX over here.
Yeah, we using DLSS over here. So I mean, if it's half as good as DLSS, it's gonna be amazing on console.
Second gen ray tracing. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to AMD though, because AMD is just fucking kicked it into high gear. They're literally taking a big, massive, steamy, swirly shit on Intel right now. It's hard to see. It's so bad that Intel said,
And Nvidia too. You know, they have their graphics cards in gaming consoles.
yeah, but okay, yes, you're right in that aspect. But when it comes to like the highest of high end gaming graphics card, Nvidia still hasn't beat currently. But the fact that they're fighting a two-sided war, one on your CPU components and the other on graphics, they're kicking ass right now. I'm not gonna lie. They caught up. I would say it's close to say that they've caught up to Nvidia.
Let's not forget also the one of the features for the Switch Pro is going to be DLSS because it's going to have a mobile Nvidia chip.
Exactly. So this is just dope technology. Happy to see it. So yeah, Forspoken. As you all know, this is one of our games that we're looking out for. Insomniac's favorites. So we'll see. I think it looks fucking awesome. But yeah. I think we got everything, guys. I think we wrapped up. We got some of the big topics. Is there something? Oh, matter of fact.
Yeah. Well, I guess one thing I should say about super sampling is like the benefits, right? So like, why would you even want to do it? Like, why not target 4K? Why do a lower resolution and upscale? Well, the reason is for more headroom, right? Because like everything has a budget when it comes to performance. Your graphics card, your CPU can only do so much.
Yep.
So by upscaling, it gives you more headroom to do other things that can even more greatly enhance the experience. Better visuals, post processing effects, better anti-aliasing. Well, I guess that's what that super resolution stuff does, but it just gives you more room to do other cool things.
Go ahead, $. That's what I'm talking about.
Talk your shit, King.
Talk your shit.
I do want to talk about
it's worth it.
The topic that came up right before we started about some Microsoft employee, or no, I'm sorry, Xbox employee finessing the shit out of Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know too much about it, so I'm gonna leave it to y'all to fill me in the audience.
So this is Bloomberg just posted this article a few hours ago. And basically, there's this Ukrainian junior developer who works on the finance side of Xbox, specifically working on the gift cards. And basically, from his testing, so for him to do his development work, he has to test his work. And the way he tests his work is he has like this fake credentials. So let's say he goes to the Xbox store, he puts in the fake credentials, and it'll let him buy whatever he wants. But there is a glitch with it where it was generating gift card codes. And instead of basically reporting the bug, he just kept it to himself. And then within the span of 2 years, he's used this glitch that he found in the system to generate $10 million of money. So he turned basically like over like 150,000 gift cards into over $10 million. And
so was he reselling these gift cards, or like what was he doing?
So there's all these different marketplaces for gift cards where you could sell them for cryptocurrency, and that's what he was doing. So he's trying to cover his tracks by basically he stores all these gift card codes in like a USB drive that he keeps on him. So that's secure because it's on him. He has it on him, and he's the only one that has it. And he sells it for cryptocurrency, so it's hard to trace.
How did he get caught?
Because they noticed that $10 million was missing. Like you can't steal $10 million. You can't make $10 million come out of nowhere. So eventually, Microsoft does have a fraud protection department within their company, and they have like this task force called FIST, as we were talking about earlier. And they looked into it, and they figured out it was this guy, but they weren't able to nail him. Because he was able to deny it enough, where it's like, oh, hackers did it, and they're pinning it on me. So then they basically stopped talking to talking to this guy about it. They fire him, and then they send the case to the FBI. And then the FBI is able to use better tools, and they're able to reverse search his purchases on cryptocurrency. They're able to get a warrant. They raid his house. They find all the evidence, and now this guy has he's gonna do 6 years in jail, and he's gonna get deported back to Ukraine.
But it's all good because you're fine. Hold on, let me put on the right voice.
It's all good because that $10 million is all your Game Pass money. Game Pass. Oh, fuck. I fucked up my Game Pass ad.
Moving on.
That was bad.
If you're gonna have all that wind up, you better execute that shit perfectly.
All right, I'm gonna come back with y'all. Just ignore me for now. Let me practice my pitch real quick. I love how CoolHand tweets Vanessa on Twitter regarding this article.
Vanessa. Every time I hear the word, I think of that word, I think of the Migos song. Finesse.
Hold on, guys.
Man,
I'll be right
before.
back. Keep it rolling real quick.
Yeah.
I need to see something real quick.
Speaking on video game news, did you guys see that whole FaZe Clan thing? It's trending on Twitter right now.
Oh, how they're like the fake crypto thing they were trying to push.
Esports team, they removed member K, so then they suspended Jarvis, Nikan, and Tico. I don't know who any of these people are, so if whoever's in this,
I know who Jarvis is. He's the guy who got banned from Fortnite for
cheating.
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah,
He did a YouTube video of
crying.
bot he
Aimbot.
downloaded,
Yeah.
and then he kept using aimbot, and he did a whole tutorial how to do it and everything, and then Fortnite banned him, and then he did this video of him crying, saying, "Oh, I didn't know."
I'm not
And then
gonna
he
lie.
became a meme, his crying face.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna get too deep into the past, but I remember a couple years ago, someone I knew was affiliated with FaZe Clan, and I know CoolHand knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know.
even back then, I thought FaZe Clan was just the fucking whack. I'm just like, who are these tools, and why do these fucking tools
This
have
word,
fans?
I
Of
hate
course.
this word.
Sound like a hater.
I hate this word because it's been used to death. But
Yeah.
they were cringy. They've always been cringy. I've hated it. They've always been cringy.
Like Rice Gum, all those guys, the FaZe dude who's like cool Rice Gum. I just think these motherfuckers are so cringe, right? Because they're just normal gamers at first, and then they move to LA and they're wearing shit that they don't know about, and they just trying to seem cool, and it's just a popularity contest. I think all these guys, I mean, obviously they're using the attention from all these
they
kids.
also have their competitive arm, right? They do have competitive teams that compete at events and
Yeah,
when they Call of Duty, they have Call of Duty team, like pretty big Fortnite team.
Insomniacs esports team coming at you real soon. What's good?
What's
Mario
Mario
Smash
Golf.
Brothers
We're gonna be playing Mario Golf. We got our team set up.
next.
You know
Every
what I'm saying?
Nintendo game. Mario Party, Smash Brothers. We coming at you. Don't play. Don't sleep.
Don't sleep. I'm trying to find my notes really quick, guys. I'm so terribly sorry. I don't know how I wasn't able to find these.
So I don't know how I feel about getting these Paul George PS5s now, since he's
You
out
already
of
bought
the
them,
playoff.
right?
What? I don't feel like I don't know if I'm comfortable owning a pair now that he's out of the playoffs.
Well, we can still use them for a video.
It's just I just don't know. I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
Hooping them.
Kaboosh. PlayStation toys designed for children and tech illiterate dads.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. Shout out to you, Kaboosh, for taking the time out of your day to give us a view. We appreciate you appreciating us. That's what's up, man. Thanks for wasting your time. See how I flipped it? You see how I flipped it?
No, I actually agree with Kaboosh. PlayStation's whack, man. It's a PC all day, man. This is a PC channel now, if y'all don't understand.
You got a pissy?
All right. I was trying to find my ad, but I'm not. I'll save it for next show. We'll be way funnier. And
All right. On that note, guys.
On that note,
On that note,
I'm literally like I had this shit written down somewhere, and I just can't find it. And y'all know what it is. If I said it, y'all would be like, "Oh my gosh, this motherfucker."
it's like when they say how many licks does it get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, and they're like, the world will never know.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're the equivalent of that right now.
Oh man, I cannot find this. All right, well,
All right.
I'm not gonna keep the audience waiting. Yeah, guys, good show. Look out next week. We are gonna have some guests on. I'll announce it on Twitter during the week. I just got to confirm some scheduling on their end, but yeah, as y'all know, last time we had Optimus Code and King Thrash Gaming on, and that was an amazing fucking show. If you have not seen the last show we did, when you get a chance this week, listen to the show. It was super funny. Just amazing chemistry between us. I mean, that was our first time having Optimus on, but you know, we've had King Thrash on a couple times. But oh my gosh, guys, there's breaking news.
PS Now gives you access to over 800 games a month, both streaming and downloadable for only $5 a month. And if you're new, you can get 1 month right now for $1. Sponsored by PlayStation Now.
Too much wind up and it just fell flat. Too much wind up. Too much wind up.
All right, next week y'all get in the Game Pass one. Don't at
Too
me.
much. Too much wind up. No, too much wind up.
All right, I'm gonna go get offline and do what I do after 9 o'clock usually. You know what I'm saying? We about to do some of that.
Bet. Well, all right, guys. You can catch me at CoolHandCruz on Twitter and on Instagram, and you can guys catch me at CoolHandCruz on Twitch, twitch.tv/CoolHandCruz, and I'll be back on Twitch next Friday.
We'll see about that.
Where are you gonna be playing?
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, more fire. We out here.
We'll see about that if he actually shows up to the stream. We're holding him accountable here, so we'll see. Ronan Ghost, tweet this dude, man. Make sure he shows up when he says he does.
He's my accountability buddy.
All right, we'll see about that. $, y'all know where to catch him. C-Dolla sign on Twitter.
On the sky, you can catch me in the sky. Really, just look up in the sky, you'll catch me.
Yeah, you'll catch him.
He's like when you see him in the sky, you like C-Dolla.
C-Dolla. Y'all know where to find me. Nova Insomniac on Nova_Insomniac on Twitter. Y'all already on my page, so if y'all haven't already, hit the damn like button. And guess what? If you don't like the damn video, at least subscribe to motherfucker, because we're gonna have some good guests on next week, and a lot more gameplay coming to you guys. Thanks for fucking my streams. Anyways, we'll catch y'all next week. Insomniac's motherfucking podcast. Out, bitches.
Don't sleep.